UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. This is our weekly UFO update. Lots going on. This is from the Senate Intel Committee wants UAP investigators to focus on ones that are not man-made. Wonder how they're going to figure that out. Excuse me, did you make this this UFO, this UAP? Anyway, folks, we'll get into that. So much more right here on our weekly UFO update after a word from our sponsor. The hype about collagen is real. Over 1,100 people participated in a study that demonstrated that collagen supplements are some of the best ways to improve the quality and health of your skin. The study found that taking collagen for 90 days is effective in reducing the appearance of skin aging. Collagen does this by improving skin elasticity and hydration. So don't believe in naysayers. Collagen does work. Collagen is one of the most effective ways to strengthen joints, bones, and ligaments, support skin health, and help hair and nail growth. The best thing about using this powder is that it comes with free shipping, free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, and a free e-report entitled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin. If you want to improve skin and joint health and help slow down the effects of aging, you're going to want to make sure you take collagen, this powder, every single day. Folks, get up to 51% off in your order today by going to healthwithla.com. That's healthwithla.com. Plus, of course, free shipping. And here's, drum roll, please. Here's the biggie. If you don't like it, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee. Nothing to lose. The risk is just a little bit of your time and drinking collagen for like 60 days. Give it a shot. I take it every day, and I have noticed a difference. Okay, there you go. Health with LA. That's healthwithla.com. So Mr. Warner is the chairman. It's just amazing, right? Senate Intel Committee wants UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. Stop right there. Notice the way they changed the verbiage. So for decades, it was UFO, unidentified flying object, but that has a really negative connotation because those of us who were actually in the field as researchers for decades used the term UFO. So they said, well, you know, we can't use UFO because we've been bagging on this thing for decades. And if you mention that, people immediately think tinfoil hat stuff. So now what do? I know. Some guy in the back raises his hand. I know, we'll change it to UAP. Really? What does UAP stand for, Ted? Unidentified aerial phenomena. Yeah, that's it. That's what they go with. So Tucker Carlson in 2017 stated this, that UFOs used to be the stuff of tinfoil hat and conspiracy theory. Now it's not. And, you know, a newly released Senate report criticizes the Pentagon's responses to what it says are exponentially growing threats posed by unidentified phenomena. I mean, you know, here's Congress, our elected officials, and here's the Pentagon, not elected officials. And then you've got the dark secret government, whatever that is, and they're not elected either. So who knows who's on first? Who is on first? Who's on first? That's right. If you've never seen Abbott and Costello do that, Google that on YouTube. It's a hoot. But I digress. Who's on first? The bottom line, what I'm trying to get at here is that here's Congress, elected officials. Here's the Pentagon, not elected officials, and they're not talking to each other. So the American people, as always, are left in the dark. We're just patted on the head, just keep moving along. Nothing to see here. Well, there is something to see here. You know, it's amazing. They want investigators to focus on the reports that are not man-made. And as I was poking fun at this earlier, excuse me, the vehicle you're driving, sir, is that man-made? Where was it made? Can I see your papers, please? It's just absurd. So, you know, that's your taxpayers' dollars, my taxpayers' dollars at work. Let me tell you something, folks. They know exactly who it is that they're dealing with. We've had reports from whistleblowers who spent time in underground military bases, deep underground military bases. The people who run those are not elected officials. They do not report to Congress. They don't give a flip. And they are working side by side the Greys. Oh, that's preposterous. How do you know that? Well, I've had two people that have come forward. just in, on camera. They came, not their faces, but they came on camera and talked about their encounters with what they saw at a deep underground military base. So this is Department of Defense, United States government organization. Today, should I do it in an accent? That might make it more humorous, but it's the whole thing is so ridiculous. But I'll be straight faced. Today we launched the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. So that's ADARO. Adaro. Cool. Adaro. I like it. Not sure what that means. It's probably some ancient Sumerian goddess or something. I mean, who knows, right? LA, you've got to be serious now. Today we launched the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. This exciting new office will synchronize efforts across the government regarding anomalous, unidentified, space, airborne, submerged, and transmedium, what the heck is that, objects. Welcome to the official Twitter account for the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Through this channel, we will provide updates and information relative to our examinations of unidentified anomalous phenomena across space, air, maritime domains, defense.gov/news/releases. So it's DODARO. I don't know. All domain anomaly resolution office. It's just, I mean, I'm laughing here, but it's tragic. You see, the bottom line is we could all go up to Wright-Patterson Field right now, all right, if we could. And we could gain access to some underground storage facility where we would see exactly what that clip from, what was that Will Smith movie, War of the Worlds, or what? No, it wasn't that. It was, I forgot what the title of it. But Will Smith is in it, and the president and Will, or they're down there, and the goofy scientist is showing the alien body, retrieved from the crash. Well, that's exactly what's going on. We could go right now to Wright-Pat, and we could see the frozen bodies or the bodies suspended in some sort of a preservative, whatever. They're there. How do I know that? Because in our show, we interviewed the Renkins, who talked about Colonel Hill. And Colonel Hill was OSS, which is the forerunner of the CIA. And he came on the record to them. So it's secondhand information to me, but they're both pastors. Carolyn and her husband are both pastors, and they're looking right at the camera saying what you're about to hear is true. And they asked Colonel Hill about the Roswell crash, and he said it was not a weather balloon, number one. And remember, he died a month after he did this confession to them, to the Renkins, right? So number one, it's not a weather balloon. Number two, he was flown to try to communicate into Roswell, to try to communicate with the one alien that was still alive. He did not succeed in that. Number three, he said that everything was shipped up to Wright-Pat. So we know that. Now, I'm going to believe Colonel Hill. I'm not going to believe some Yahoo telling me that there's nothing to see here. There's also, we got this information from a woman, allegedly, who passed away 3 years ago. We're waiting to hear back from her children about this very thing. She was stationed at Wright-Pat and worked there for since 1943. So she knows what's going on there. And I'm waiting for that information to the people to respond to the email. So far, they have not done that. Be very interesting to get their story. And of course, we have to vet it. Well, can you show me something that puts your mother, deceased mother, at that base? Surely you've got some sort of paperwork or whatever. The bottom line is they know exactly what's going on. That's my point. They know. The deep state, the shadow government, they're not accountable to anybody. They know exactly what's going on, in my opinion. Section 703, modification of requirement for office to address unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena. Section 703 renames the office established to carry out the duties of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force and clarifies the office's legal authorities, duties, and leadership to incorporate intelligence community equities that are integral to ensuring full oversight of unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena subject matters. Section 704, unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena reporting procedures. Section 704 ensures the intelligence community and the Department of Defense have sufficient procedures in place to receive all relevant reporting and disclosures regarding unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena. Section 705, Controller General of the United States compilation unidentified aerospace undersea undersea phenomena records. Section 705 requires the Comptroller General, Comptroller General, to undertake an independent review and compilation of unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena related to historical documents and submit a corresponding report. Section 705 further requires the relevant agencies to provide the Comptroller General with necessary materials and access to such records. So does that mean we're finally going to see the pictures from Roswell? Maybe on Tucker Carlson, when they actually show the crash saucer, and that it's not a weather balloon, that will vindicate the Marcells, that both of them are dead. Jesse Marcel Sr., Jesse Marcel Jr., his widow, Marcel Jr., is still alive. I have not been in communication with her for a number of years, but the last time I checked, she was still alive. So there you go. What crashed in Roswell was real. And until the government really ponies up and says, hey, we've been lying to the American people for decades now, but we're not lying anymore. So here's the footage. And they need to show us what it looks like. They really do. They need to come clean. So that's the latest. I want to thank Eric Wem for sending me this. If you've got stories, if you've got footage of UFOs, if you've got a story with a UFO and you've got some film or some footage or a picture or whatever, shoot me an email. la@lamarzulli.net. We're keeping supernatural confrontations separate from this, but you can also submit it there. Supernatural@lamarzulli.net, supernatural@lamarzulli.net. And remember, we're looking for videos, for pictures. Jaime Maussan has some amazing ones, and we're trying to get some of those for our up-and-coming film. Thanks so much for watching our weekly UFO update. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of On the Trail of a Nephilim, and of course, Friday Supernatural Confrontations. If you've got a supernatural confrontation and you want to, come on Zoom, that's the first requirement. You have to be willing to come on Zoom. Supernatural@lamarzulli.net. If you've got a UFO experience, you can also send it to supernatural@lamarzulli.net. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, folks, UFOs are real, burgeoning, and not going away. Not because L.A. Marzulli says it, because your government is telling you. They now have a new task force, okay? And we talked about that, and that task force is the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Isn't it comforting to know that our government is on it? And I'll just leave you with that. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it right here. We'll see you tomorrow.